the aha moments when constituents learn something they didn't know before. Although there have often been wide differences of opinion at these events, they remained productive and respectful. Prior to what would be my last town hall, my biggest such event was an August 2010 event attended by more than 1,000 people concerned about the very predictable, and ultimately accurate, projected shortcomings of the so-called Affordable Care Act. Although people on both sides of the issue were angry, we managed to maintain a civil, productive discussion. I think we had a local police officer or two on hand to provide security, but never at any time did I feel I was putting constituents in physical danger by inviting them to a public town hall. That would all change with the progressive backlash to the election of President Donald Trump. Given the heartburn from so many on the left over the election of President Trump, I opted to schedule the town hall in the most moderate area of my district, a city nestled along Salt Lake County's majestic Wasatch Mountains and the last stop before ascending the canyons that contain the greatest snow on Earth. Cottonwood Heights, Utah, was more than happy to host. Little did it know the town hall would not be the event any of us were expecting. When we booked this routine event, we expected heated debate, but we had no way of knowing that national opposition groups would see it as a chance for televised performance theater. Within hours of our announcing the date, unusual things began to happen. Our offices and the Cottonwood Heights city offices began receiving phone calls from people requesting information about the town hall. But unlike past town halls, many of the callers were irate, and many seemed to be reading from the same script. Cottonwood Heights Police Chief Robbie Russo remembers, "The city was barraged with phone calls. Social media that we monitor as a common practice blew up. It was inciting people to attend from outside the city, which is never a good indicator that it's going to be a peaceful event." Indeed, announcements began circulating throughout the metro area, within the state and beyond, in left-leaning Facebook groups, on Twitter, and in mass emails from activist organizations. The event was announced several weeks early, which gave opposition groups lots of time to organize, book flights, and engage a full media blitz. In our congressional offices, we noticed how many of the rude calls we received originated from area codes outside of Utah. The vast majority of calls, both local and long distance, all asked a similar question: will you be checking ID at the door? It didn't take long to figure out why. The callers wanted to make sure they wouldn't be turned away for not residing in the district. Like most representatives, I did not check IDs and didn't care if people outside of my district wanted to attend my town halls. We welcomed all comers, and I tried to be just as responsive to visitors. Recognizing that this town hall would likely attract more people than our usual 100 to 200 constituents, we quickly moved the venue from the Cottonwood Heights City Hall to the Brighton High School auditorium across the street, where we knew we could seat up to 1,000 people. Even that venue would prove to be too small, but for the safety of everyone involved, we were advised not to go any larger. At that point, we still had no clear picture of the extent of the other side's coordination, but we did catch wind of a few ominous developments. Not long after the calls began, we were given a screenshot of a Facebook group called Utah Indivisible, in which plans were being finalized for disruptive behavior at our town hall. They even had a training manual, produced by national, non-local groups, providing a how-to primer for disrupting and derailing town halls. They called it Indivisible, a practical guide for resisting the Trump agenda. The plans were very detailed. Fortunately for us, they were also very public. The security challenge. You're going to get death threats. If you serve in the United States Congress and you do anything at all controversial, someone somewhere will get angry and become unhinged. You have to take it seriously, but unfortunately, threats are not all that unusual. I once had a man leave me a voicemail suggesting he would find me and string me up on a light post.